Can we get this push mower to run and mow again after sitting God knows how long?
We actually were laying in bed and Jordan happened to see it at like 10 o'clock at night, right when we were getting ready for bed. So we immediately shot out of bed to go get it, quickly realizing it's only down the street, so it was perfect. They said it had issues. I don't know what kind of issues. I did check the oil in it last night. There's oil in it, but I don't like the sound of that. There's oil in it, but it smells gassy, really gassy. Well, that ain't supposed to happen. Yeah, that ain't supposed to happen. Okay, we're just gonna pretend there's oil in it. I don't know if it runs. No air filter on it, but I'm pretty sure I get it to run because, well, the name says it all. Here's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna shoot a little bit of carb cleaner down it. I know it's got oil. Let's see if we can at least hear it pop off. I know there's gas in it, but it doesn't smell good. Yeah, no, it does not smell good. Let's just see if we get it to pop off, and then if it does, then we'll wash it. I'll check the blades on it, and then if I gotta tear in the carburetor or figure out why it's so hard to pull, we'll go from there. The funny thing is, though, I just happened to work on an exact same engine on this thing. It's the same thing, so I'm pretty confident I get the dang thing to run. Now, this one is a 160 Honda GCV. That one, I don't know if it's a 160 or 190, but they're pretty similar engines. I mean, this one, I did have to clean out the carburetor because it was really bad. I'm pretty confident I get it to run. It should be pretty easy, I'm hoping, but I'm not 100% sure how well it's gonna run. So let's get into it. Before I get started on this thing, I kind of want to see what I'm working with here. There's a model number, JK, just kidding. Huh. I have no idea what any of that is, nor do I really care. Oh, there it is. There's the throttle, choke, fast, turtle, stop. Blade control, smart drive, adjust position. So normally I'd fix the problem. I think it's up here, otherwise it's making that really bad freaking grindy noise. It's hard to pull too, but I'm not gonna look at that. I'm just gonna shoot some starting fluid in there and see if I get the fire off real quick, just to make sure it runs, so I know I'm not wasting the time with it. Don't recommend using carb cleaner, but I don't have any two-stroke fuel, so it's good enough for me. I don't like that. Well, that's not good. You might have to tear into this thing. I'm trying to avoid that. So when I saw the post, when they were setting it outside on the curb, they said it doesn't even work, but I didn't even bother their ass, because I didn't care. Let go. There we go. Carefully. That's a problem. Oh boy, that just caused more damage to it. I shouldn't have turned it over when I did. That is no bueno. All right, let's see if we can space this out correctly and see if we can get this thing to run. I wonder if I screwed up the flywheel. Well, I got good news and bad news. This looks like a way smaller engine than what the pressure washer was. This looks like a 160, if I had to guess, because the flywheel's smaller. But I may have some spare parts. I don't know if it's the same. It looks like it, but I could probably take this off and baby the flywheel if need be. Do have another coil. I'm pretty sure it's the same, so if I really need to, I could probably swap this on there. This came off of a mini bike. I know it did run, but for now, let's just space it out and see if we can get it to run. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up and try to re-gap this correctly. That ain't gonna come off. All right, I might have to do this somewhat right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this coil, and we're gonna try to space it out correctly. Guaranteed that was the problem the whole time, why it wouldn't run or whatever issues they were having. So there is a right way to do it, and then there's the butter way to do it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stick a $1 bill in there, that'll gap it somewhat, right? And hopefully it'll pop off. Yeah, this is gonna cost me 10 bucks. If you don't have the correcting gapping tool, you could take a $1 bill, $10 bill.
You're leaking fuel.
I am? Is that what that smell was? Stick that in there. I don't know, you press on it. I mean, it's as long as it ain't touching like it was, it's probably fine. I'm gonna keep it a little bit further back because it's already been digging in there. So I'm gonna tighten it down a little bit. You want it to spin without touching. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. Why is the whole flywheel moving? You see that? We're just gonna ignore that. This thing may be junk. I don't know. Let's put all this back together and see what it does. That flywheel makes me nervous though. That whole thing should not be moving. Let's do it like that. Let's just pull it over and see what that does. Maybe it'll start smoking. I don't know. Holy shit, it runs. God, it's got a massive freaking rattle or knock or something. Oh boy. Well, it runs. Question is, why is it doing that? It smells horrible. Yeah. Alright, we need to probably figure out why it's doing that. That is terrible. I really don't want to tear into it deeply, but
you know you're gonna.
Like, it is a dual blade. Got a dual blade on there. That's pretty cool. My mower don't even have that. Look how nasty this thing is. Here we go again. It might be a Mower 1 and then Cameron 0. Come on. I'm trying to help you. Well, it's not moving now. What the heck? Okay, so we got it to run, but why was that flywheel moving so bad? Let's take the flywheel off. Maybe hopefully it'll come right off. My luck, it won't. Take the flywheel, there we go. I got a feeling I might need a puller for this. I don't know if I have one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think they were lying when they said it needs work. Oh, it worked. Awesome. That or I broke it. Either way, it's fine. Okay, that is really dirty. Let me dig in this thing a little bit more off camera and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so I am hoping the flywheel was the culprit, because I could take the shaft and I can wiggle it and it's not loose. So that's good. So I wonder if it was literally just a loose flywheel. Now, I could take this and put it back together and call it good, but considering the damage it's already done, not that it would bother me any, why put this back on there when I already have a whole another freaking parts unit there, if it's the same, which it looks to be exactly the same. So I think I'll tear into that one. We'll take the flywheel and the coil off that, set it on here, put it all back together, and hopefully it won't rattle and clank. And then if it does anyway, well then maybe we don't put any more into it. So I'm hoping that this is the issue and this will solve my problem. So actually I was gonna use this motor on a mini bike. I ended up not doing it because I got rid of the bike. And now this thing just sits. Yes, it's a good engine. Why do I hang on to it? Well, probably just for this reason. I'd rather put it on something, get a use out of it. I have to make sure I put this on the exact same way, because if you put these on backwards, they won't run. Come on, like, Jesus. All right, going on like that. So I'm just gonna take this and put it over there. Now, this come off as nice as the other one. There's a cobwebs all over it. Let me see if I can do my little trick again and see what that does. Yeah, there we go. I probably won't get so lucky on this. I should really just go invest in a puller. Cool. All right. Yeah, exact same engine. We'll take the keyway off this thing too. Come on, tap, 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 tap. See, I thought the crankshaft was probably damaged on the other one. All right, let's see what we can do here. This should go on the exact same way, so this should not be hard to do. Get this back off. You got a wire brush? I got a drill. I thought I had a wire brush somewhere. All right, found it. There we go. Rinse that down with carpet cleaner, wipe all that rust off. Let's put that keyway in there. There we go. Alright, put this all back together. I'm gonna tap this back in. I don't like tapping on the flywheel, but maybe? Don't do what I do, okay? I'm a professional idiot, I promise. Let's just try tightening that down, see what that is. It's probably not right. Will this thing move again now? Dang it, yeah, she's still moving. Take it apart one more time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try this again. I put it all back together for you guys. I didn't want to keep boring you with it. Turn the fuel on. If I could turn it on, come on, turn it on. Choke it. Okay, yep, it's still making that noise. I know the flywheel ain't loose. I know everything's good there. Why still making that noise? Maybe it is internal. Let me check underneath this thing and see if there's anything going on. I'm pretty sure it probably is internal. I really don't want to tear into this thing that deep, but I might save that for maybe a different video or maybe just do it off camera. But I'm pretty sure maybe the connecting rod's loose. But I'm going to totally ignore that and probably run it anyway because I don't care. But before I do anything else, I think I really want to take this thing out and clean it up because I'm tired of touching all this oil and grass and dirt, everything. It's nasty. It's pretty bad. Let's go clean this thing up. Water in the engine, that'll help out clean all of the carbon deposits.
Okay, that looks something more respectable. Let's see if I get it to run a little bit, and maybe we'll do a bit of a seafoam treatment, and probably add a little bit of oil in it because I think it was a little low.
Can't really tell what's in there for oil, but I know there was oil in it before I ran it. Let's put a little bit more in there though. I don't really want to like change oil, so I don't want to waste good oil on something that probably ain't worth it. Unless I'm gonna rebuild it, and I'll do that. Maybe it was just low in oil. Maybe it didn't have enough in there. So it says you don't want to be past the cross hatches. It's kind of hard to read when it's clean like that. It's smoking, it's either burning it off or leaking somewhere. Let's drop the bowl in the carburetor, see how much crap is in there. Maybe we can clean that out a little bit, and we'll fire this thing up and see if I get it to idle, regardless of how this thing knocks and sounds. Oh my God. How much crap is actually even in here? Come on, how many threads you got on there? Oh my gosh, look at all that, all the dirt in there. Yeah, that could be a problem. Oh my gosh, that's literally sand in there. Choke it. Fog that down with that kind of hot soak a little bit. It runs, but it smokes so bad. But of course, some of that's going to be from the seafoam. So let that sit a little bit. It does knock. It doesn't sound like it was as bad as it was, obviously because we fixed the flywheel. Flywheel was loose. The flywheel key looked a little damaged, so we just went ahead and replaced it. You know what? Maybe I won't tear into it. Maybe we just, if it goes, it goes, you know? If we send this thing to the mechanic gods, shoots a piston out, whatever. If it blows up, it blows up. We get our use out of it. My question is it gonna mow? I robbed the air filter off the pressure washer too. Start. Come on. Come on. Come on! Come on! I can hear that clunking. Is it not gonna run now? Alright, let's just take this back off. Okay, I think we're gonna call that for the mower. So it runs, it mows, that is awesome, but it has a terrible, terrible knock-in. I'm pretty sure the motor probably needs to be rebuilt or the connecting rod's coming loose. Presently, it hasn't yet. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the engine, if I'm gonna rebuild it or just replace it. It's starting to backfire real bad. The carburetor probably needs to be cleaned. Yeah, as you can see, I'm having a lot of oil blow by, and that actually looks really metallic-y. So I'm surprised this motor's even, yeah, that is milky, metallic. Well, it could be because of the water, but that looks like a metal flake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure this motor's junk. Thank you guys so much for watching. You'll see me in the next one.